ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ PPTs ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਔਨ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੈਮ ਬਸ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ, 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਔਨ। ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟਸ, ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੈਕਚਰ ਹੈ that would be delivered by Chanjyot ma'am, Priyanka ma'am and Taran sir। ਐਂਡ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ ਯੂ ਆਲ ਨੋ ਕਿ ਡਿਊਰਿੰਗ ਦਿਸ ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੀਡ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲਿੰਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਔਨ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਲਿੰਕ। ਸੋ whenever I switch it on, I'll give you a message on your this live chat ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਲਿੰਕ ਉਦੋਂ ਫਿਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, that will be counted as your attendance। okay, so make sure that you fill that। and now I'll hand over the mic to Priyanka, Chanjyot ma'am, your turn।
Good morning, everyone. I, Chanjyot Kaur, on the behalf of Department of Commerce and Management of Mahindra College, welcome you all to the webinar on the topic Best Practices of Marketing During and After COVID-19. The speakers would be me, Chanjyot, and Professor Priyanka and Professor Taranbir. So the topic is Best Practices for Marketing During and After COVID-19. We all know that it will take a lot of time to go back to normal. But right now, it is unclear how long the coronavirus will continue to heavily impact our lives. Further, it is difficult to anticipate exactly what changes will be permanent. Regardless, given the lead time to a vaccine, it's a situation that will repeat and not suddenly disappear. Now is the time to start preparing for the potential outcomes so that the organization not only survives the pandemic but is well positioned for the future that comes after it. Marketing organizations have overwhelmingly taken clear steps in response to the coronavirus situation to protect their business and their people. Budgets have been reduced and activities have been cancelled or postponed. Although some organizations have already started this, a lot of businesses still need to move from defensive measures to offensive ones. Find creative ways to make the most of the current situation and start planning for potential future. So it is very important to be proactive at this time. Now let us start. Now let us start with marketing. Now what is marketing? The action or business of promoting and selling products or services including market research and advertising, is called as marketing. Now, let us discuss the importance of marketing. The first importance is effective way of engaging customers. It is very important for the business to engage its customers. Engaging involves providing the customers with relevant information about the product. Simply, it means that telling the customers about your business and product that they don't know. So these days, social media is one of the best platforms where you can engage your customers. Next, it helps to build and maintain the company's reputation. The business reputation is built when it effectively meets the expectations of its customers. And if the customers' needs are met, they become loyal towards the company. So, the growth and the lifespan of the business is positively correlated to the business reputation. Next, it helps to build a relationship between a business and its customers. It is very important to build a relationship of trust and understanding with the customers, and to build trust, the business requires to meet the needs of the customers, and the customer needs can be met with the help of segmentation and by providing the products to the customers on time. This helps the customers to become brand loyal. Loyal customers will have the confidence to buy more and more products. So, the trust and understanding between the business and its customers make the commercial activities more fruitful. Next, acts as a communication channel used to inform customers. Marketing informs the customers about the products or services the company is offering. Through marketing, the customers get knowledge about the value of the products, their usage, and any additional information that might be helpful to the customers. We all know that in today's competitive world, the company needs to have a constant voice to convince the customers. So, we can say that through communication, marketing helps the business to become a market leader. Next, it helps to boost sales. Marketing utilizes different ways to promote the products or services. Customers may want to try the products or services the company is offering, and this will trigger a purchase decision. When the customers are happy from the products and services offered by the company, they will spread the word and the sales will start to increase. It is very important to ensure that the company is offering high quality products and services to complement the marketing efforts. Next, marketing aids in providing insights about the business. Every marketer understands the need for targeting the right audience. The marketing strategies can help to establish what business messaging will convince the target audience. At this point, it becomes important to test different messages and see which message works on what kind of a customer. Once testing of messages is being done on the target audience, one will be able to find a viable baseline for the marketing efforts. So, we can say that marketing helps to provide an insight about the business. Next, helps the business to maintain relevance. Most businesses assume they will always remain the client's favorite brand. because up to now the customers have never complained. But according to me, this is a wrong mindset. The business needs to find ways to remain at the top of the client's mind. Every relationship needs to be maintained. Marketing helps the business to maintain a good relationship with the customers. It is important to make new customers, but before that, the most important thing is to first retain the present customers. Next, helps the management team to make informed decision. Every business is confronted with a lot of problems, such as to what, when, for whom, and how much to produce. A complex and tedious process determines the business survival. As a result, businesses heavily rely on marketing mechanisms to make these decisions. Now, what is COVID 19? I hope everyone is pretty much aware regarding the COVID 19 pandemic. Let us briefly discuss what is COVID 19. Now, it is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Infected people experience mild to moderate respiratory illness, but they recover without requiring special treatment. Older people with medical problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. So we can say that older people with medical problems are at the maximum risk. No specific vaccine or treatment is available yet. However, there are many ongoing clinical trials evaluating potential treatments. WHO will continue to provide updated information as soon as the clinical findings become available. Now, let us discuss what are the best ways to prevent and slow down transmission. The first is be well informed about COVID 19 virus. That is, one should be well aware about how it gets transmitted from one person to another person and what are the symptoms and precautions one should take. Next, wash your hands and use an alcohol based sanitizer. Avoid touching your face. Practice respiratory etiquette. Now, what is respiratory etiquette? The COVID 19 virus spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose when an infected person coughs or sneezes. So, it's important that one should practice respiratory etiquette. For example, by coughing into a flexed elbow. Avoid contact with sick people, avoid crowd and non-essential travel. Now, let me remind you the topic of our discussion is best practices of marketing during and after COVID 19. Now, the question comes, what do you mean by best practices? Best practices are a set of guidelines, ethics, or ideas that represent the most efficient or prudent course of action. Best practices are often set forth by an authority such as a governing body or management, depending on the circumstances. Now, let us discuss the marketing practices during the COVID 19 crisis. As the crisis continues, all businesses have switched marketing strategies to the quarantine mode. Minor or major changes have been made to operation hours, customer communication, budget allocations, new product releases, and planning. No doubt, the COVID 19 pandemic is hard time for everyone. But still, there is a place to run business and promotion. So, the marketing practices during the COVID 19 crisis are: number one, online commerce. Now, everyone knows e-commerce, also known as electronic commerce or internet commerce, refers to the buying and selling of goods and services using the internet and the transfer of money and data to execute these transactions. E-commerce is often used to refer to the sale of physical products online, but it can also describe any kind of commercial transaction that is facilitated through the internet. E-commerce had been steadily gaining momentum in order to implement effectively the social distancing measures aimed at containing the future spread of COVID 19. Several governments around the world have encouraged online purchasing as an alternative to physical shopping, and consumers have adopted their shopping pattern and behaviors to minimize risk of getting infected. For example, Amazon is helping to facilitate online purchases of essential food items at the time of crisis without having physical contact with the person who is delivering the essential commodities. Another example can be Zomato and Swiggy have started grocery delivery in 80 plus cities across India to help with the supply of essentials with the contactless delivery method. Next is advance payments. Now, advance payment is a type of payment made ahead of its normal schedule, such as paying for a good or service before you actually receive it. Advance payments are sometimes required by sellers as protection against non payment or to cover the seller's out of pocket cost for supplying the service or product. But at this time of pandemic, almost all companies started with advance payments just to avoid any physical contact with the customer at the time of delivering with the products. For example, the payment has been made through UPI, debit cards, credit cards, internet banking, Paytm, etc. Next is enhanced shipping. Enhanced shipping encompasses all services required to transport products purchased online from a retailer to the consumer's delivery destination. So we can say that it is all about free shipping and fast delivery. For example, Amazon Prime provides fast and free delivery of the products within the stipulated time to its Prime members. Next is access to paid content. Paid content is a content on internet such as text, graphics, videos, ebooks, and downloads which is paid for. Giving free access to membership or premium content was one of the first tactics most brands employed at the very beginning of the new pandemic marketing. For example, Amazon Kindle offered free access to ebooks during COVID-19 crisis to its customers. Apple TV Plus opened free access to its original television series. Harvard University launched a free online class on mechanical ventilation for COVID 19 to provide medical professionals with an understanding of mechanical ventilation. National Geographic is another example which launched a free homeschool hub with family friendly educational content. Such strategies have a lot of benefits for the digital marketing, such as it contributes to brand recognition, keeping people engaged with the brand, generates publicity, and spreads the word of mouth. The next best marketing practice during COVID-19 crisis is social and charity campaigns. Empathy and support are essential for nowadays marketing plan. It is important to tell the customers that what is being done to help the community navigate through the crisis. It will serve as a proof of that the customers have made the right choice, putting their trust in the brand, and also help to spread the word and engage more people willing to participate. Things like social initiatives, donations, charitable collaborations, support for local communities should be communicated to customers by the company. For example, Adani Foundation has contributed rupees 100 crores to the PM Cares Fund. Likewise, Tata Sons and Tata Trust contributed 1500 crores. Reliance Industries contributed 5 crores. TVS Motor Company donated 25 crores to the PM Cares Fund for the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. Many more, like several FMCG companies such as ITC, HUL, and Godrej, have also pledged material and monetary aid to help the government. Next, online experience products. Now, this online experience products is very commonly used during this COVID 19 crisis. Online experience is a new big word in the current online marketing. Brands are trying to come up with different experiences, and imagination is the only limit. For example, Airbnb has launched online experiences where you can enjoy a number of activities without leaving your house. Another example is the Faroe Islands have created a tourism remote tool using which you can explore the Faroese locations live with a local Faroese as your guide. The local is equipped with a live video camera and a control you can use to direct their moves. Another example of online experience products is recently OnePlus launched a new mobile phone, the OnePlus 8 Pro, in which they provided the customers to experience 3D model online. So these are the marketing practices which are being used during the COVID-19 crisis. The next is the four pillars of marketing and the COVID 19. The four pillars of marketing, or we can say the four P's. The four P's provide the first framework of marketing and also serve as meaningful checkpoints for assessing and adjusting marketing strategy when unexpected crisis occurs. For many organizations, COVID 19 has turned the four P's of marketing, that is, the product, place, price, and promotion, into the four C's, that is, confusion, calamity, chaos, and complexity. So, a need has emerged to bring about changes in the whole marketing mix. That is, the changes have to be made in the four P's: product, place, price, and promotion. Marketers across the world are trying to frame changes in the existing marketing mix. Now, what are the ways to reassess and readjust 4Ps? The 4Ps needs to be reassessed and readjust. So the first P of 4Ps is product. It is very important to bring changes in the product to best serve our customers and communities without any negative impact. Focus on essential items and their availability. The products should be delivered crisis related goods. So, the next is price, place, and promotion, which would be explained by Professor Priyanka. Over to you, ma'am.
So, continuing with the above discussion, we were discussing how to how to reassess and readjust 4 Ps in this scenario. So we have already discussed product. Now the next P which comes is price. So what is the value of price in marketing? Price is the ultimate value which a customer pays to its marketer for the product or service which he gets. Now, in this scenario, how can we deal with the pricing strategy? For dealing in the pricing strategy, the company should in removing the shipping and handling charges by accepting and delayed payments, then extending free trials and lowered or bundled pricing. So all these things, when implemented properly by the marketer to its customer, this can be really helpful in the times of crisis for the customer to pay for only the essential items in times of this crisis. Extra shipping charges, delayed payments, etc. should be out of the pricing strategies. Then extending free trials can also be adopted by the marketers. Lowered or bundle pricing also plays an important role this time. This means bundle pricing is all about packing 2 items together and then charging the same price for them. This will help them a lot in paying less for the products and doing savings, which is very important in this crucial time period. Next P is, or pillar of marketing, is place. So what do you mean by place? Place is the final place where a marketer and customer meets. So at this time of crisis, it is very difficult to go to the places and search for the suitable products. So the marketer can extend chat and phone support hours for its customers, so that customers, whenever they feel, they can ask the customer care executives for their any problems or queries. Then there can be virtual alternatives or self-guided demos. It is very difficult for the marketer and the customer to go and meet and search for the products and services. So at this time, virtual alternatives, self-guided demos, and how to do videos which can be showed online to the customers can be really helpful. Then increase in online educational content and frequently ask questions to support customers. See, when we visit a website, we have a special customer care service column there. The purpose of it is that there is increased educational content and there are different frequently asked questions to support customers. So it is very important for the marketer to support customers and ask all the problems of the customers and deal with them accordingly. Because it is very important for a marketer to understand the psychology of the customer at this crucial time period of COVID-19. So the next is promotion. What is promotion? Promotional activities are carried on by the marketer to promote its product or services through different processes. There are different methods of promotional activities like personal relations, personal selling, word of mouth marketing, advertisements. But at this time period, it is very difficult to reach the customer personally. So it is very important that marketer should take some steps that he reaches the customers offline. Then it can be only done if it takes the advantage of various different strategies followed by different companies. It can be use of digital channels for promotional activities, then use of online contests and giveaways, then it can be charitable and cause related marketing, then associating the brand with ambassadors to promote health and safety of our customers. So all these factors can really help a marketer to promote its products and services in these crucial times. Digital channel has become so monopolized these days that we are always surfing the net for different products and services. Then online contests are very important these days. Giveaways can make them feel happy and they can feel that they belong to the organization or the company. Then we can see that charitable and various cause-related marketing methods are adopted by different brands, like we have seen Tata, we have seen Reliance distributing masks and PPE kits for the sufferers of COVID-19. So, and associating the brands, we can see that various cricketers, various celebrities endorsing brands along with the social cause, giving different messages about the health and safety and promoting how to take the precautionary measures to avoid this disease, which is very important. So all these things which we have discussed, 4 P's of marketing, 4 pillars of marketing, which means that the company not only thinks about its profit motive, but also the rest of the society and the people associated with the brand or the product. So the next topic which comes it is tips for marketers to be relevant to customers during crisis. Yes, so first is reassure your customers about your company's responding to the pandemic. So it is very important for the marketer to reassure its customers that the company is responding to the pandemic and is helping people out there who need them by giving different charities, medical equipments, masks, promoting good messages, healthy messages, etc. Then move your brand online to stay connected to your customers. We can see that almost all brands are available online, which is a very good method of staying connected to your customer during these times. Everything should be available online as we have to follow social distancing measures, which is very important to avoid this dangerous disease, COVID-19. Next is focus on strengthening your relationship with your customers. It is very important to focus on strengthening your relationship with your customers in this time period, because they are the future of our company. They are the one who gives us profits and buy our products and services. Then infuse empathy in your marketing communications. So what is empathy? Empathy is the feeling that what other person is feeling. We cannot feel what the other person is feeling. Maybe they are suffering from the disease, maybe their family members may be suffering from the disease. So we should be giving empathetic static messages online to our customers so that they can understand, they can know that the marketer not only is there to have profits from them, is always there to help them at times of crisis. Then reflect on your company values during this lockdown and refocus on your engagement strategies. Every company has different values. A company should be honest, should be trustful, should be committed to the customers, should be fair enough to justify the product and services. So company needs to engage its customer online so that they could build a long lasting relationship, which is a very important thing in marketing. Then use marketing technology to stay connected to customers. So we can say that marketing technology is very crucial these days. Everything is being done digitalized. So it is a very easy and important way of connecting to the customers in these time periods of lockdown. Then these were the tips with the marketers which can help marketer gain competitive advantage and be successful in the market. Then comes best practices for marketing after COVID-19. So best practices are already being discussed, but it is very important to continue these best practices after this COVID-19 is finally over. So first one is adjust your digital marketing strategy. The company should adjust its digital marketing strategy accordingly, because the digital marketing strategy the company is following nowadays because of the COVID-19 is somewhat difficult because everything is online. So it has to be either minimized in future, or either personal selling methods or personally meeting the customers will be more important in the future as things will sort out. Then review the research carried in COVID-19 times. The research which the marketer has done at the times of COVID-19 should be reviewed. The things which we have collected, the data which we have collected should be reused in the future. Next, applying the research in new product development. So the research we carried out in the times of lockdown or at the times of COVID-19 should be used in new product development. Then adjust the 4 pillars of marketing according to customer needs. As we adjusted the 4 pillars in this time period, the marketer needs to readjust all the 4 pillars against product, price, place, promotion, everything, because everything will change in future. Things will be normal, so we need to adjust our 4 pillars accordingly. Then comes bring the brand with new positive outlet. The brand should be relaunched in the market with a positive outlook and positive message. Then spread the positivity and remove all COVID-19 information. It is very important. The information which we posted related to COVID-19 should be removed from our online content, from our products, from our everything. Every tag should be removed. Because once the things are over, customer will not be able to take this negativity anymore. We should deliver always the positivity. Then identify the changes to be done in prior segmentation strategy. Then it is very important the segmentation we did at the times of COVID-19 should be readjusted. It is very important to readjust it again according to the change in circumstances. Then developing new target markets and positioning strategies. So target markets are the ultimate markets where we are going to focus our product or launch our product. So new target markets have to be developed. Either the old target markets have to be reassessed and positioning. So what is positioning? Positioning is positioning the product or service in the minds of the prospect. So it is very important when we have done with the targeting, it is very important to position the product or service in the mind of the prospect. Then only they will be persuaded to buy the product. Otherwise, there is no use of the segmentation we have done already. So first is all about dividing the market, then targeting, and then positioning. Then last comes reassure the customer that company is there to serve them. In times when everything is being sorted, it will be very important to reassure the customer the company is always there to serve them. It should give helpful, positive messages to the customers that the company is again there to serve them with the same enthusiasm and same positivity. Then our next topic is advantages of best marketing practices. So first advantage is developing lasting relationship with customers. So it is very important for a marketer to develop long-term relationship with the customers, because marketing is not a one-shot deal. There are a lot of methods there which are to be adopted to keep the customer engaged with us. So second comes creates loyalty and trust with both your current customers and prospects. So who is a loyal customer? Loyal customer is the one who repeatedly buys your product or service. Only loyal customers can help marketer gain competitive advantage and give profits to the organization. And what are prospects? Prospects are the future people we want to target, or we want them as our customers in future. So it is very important to create loyalty, trust with our customers and prospects. Then comes helps you to build credibility. If we are following the best marketing practices during COVID and after COVID, it will help you to build credibility. So what is credibility? Credibility is the quality of being trustworthy. Company and customer should trust each other. It is very important. So company should believe in the customers and customers should believe in the company. Then only a long-term relationship will be formed between them. So improves brand awareness and recognition. Brand awareness is very important. If the people are not aware of your brand, they are not going to purchase it. They'll prefer some other brand. So it is very important to create brand awareness and recognition. Following best marketing practices today and in future will make the brand more popular in the market, and the brand will be recognized, which will help in more sales, better profits, and better corporate image, because the brand has to stay in the market for a long time period. It is not for short time period. Then comes brings competitive advantage for your brand. So what is competitive advantage? Competitive advantage is proving ourselves better than the brands which are available from rival firms. So to bring competitive advantage for your brand, it is very important that the marketer follows best marketing practices in the past, today, and the future. So if the company is following better marketing practices, then it can prove itself better from other brands and can take competitive advantage over other brands, which is very important. So best practices should always be followed carefully and tactfully. Next comes disadvantages of best marketing practices. So when we talk about disadvantages of best marketing practices, though best marketing practices followed are always helpful to the marketer, but when if they are not followed properly, or there are some barriers to follow it or practice it can really bring some disadvantages to the company and the organization. So the first disadvantage is, first is, may result in more expenditure for the company. So all the marketing efforts which a marketer takes, it is all for the goodwill of the company. It is all for the profit. It is all for building the good corporate image. Suppose today we are spending a lot on the expenditure on these best marketing practices. We are doing our best to provide the customers goods, services, assistance, charities, and everything. But we are not 100% sure that it will yield good results. It can be a financial barrier for us because finances we are spending today may not be useful tomorrow. It can be mere expenditure. Then comes time and effort may be wasted in following these practices. So whenever we are dealing with marketing practices, time and effort are always employed. So it is possible that the time we are engaging ourselves in promoting the brand, giving best marketing practices to our customers, may be a wasteful thing in the future if it does not bring any good results for the marketing organization. Though we are not sure about the future, it can also bring some good results for the company, for the organization, but it can be wasted too. So it is very important for a marketer to plan things accordingly, according to the situation, according to the needs of the customer, according to the needs of the economy, according to the need of the nation, everything. Then comes competitors can excel by adopting better marketing practices. So class, competitors can also excel by adopting more good practices than us. Competitors are always there as our rivals. We are unaware of the strategies they are doing against us. Maybe we are planning good things for the people, for the society, carrying on good CSR activities, but the competitors can excel in any way. They can give additional benefits. They can plan new strategies for the customer. They can plan new product in the future. They can change anything. They can change pricing, product, place, promotional activities, everything. And maybe they will be able to persuade the customer much better than our company. So it is always a risky thing. Marketing is always a risky thing to plan anything, plan a product to justify best practices. Then comes inability to justify these practices can bring criticism to the brand. Maybe the promises which we are doing today or which we have done in quarantine time periods, we are not able to justify them in future because the situation will change, everything will change in the future, marketing will change, our psychology, our our behavior patterns, our spending patterns, our incomes, everything will change. So it will be really difficult to justify those promises which we made in past. Either the company should be strong enough to justify everything. But if it is not able to justify anything related to the product which we have promised, then it will always bring criticism to the brand, which is not a good thing for the brand. If once we are criticized or any based, it is very difficult to justify that criticism to our customers. Then comes, it may affect the reputation of brand in long term. So all the best practices which we try to follow in the times of lockdown, at the times of COVID-19, there are different advantages which we have studied, different disadvantages which can be there. All these things, when collaborated today, can overall bring positive outcome for the organization, either negative outcome for the organization. So in this way, the overall reputation of brand in long term will be affected. To bring customer loyalty, brand recognition, and loyalty from the customers, it is very important that all these best practices should be followed with care and caution. So we can say that marketing practices, if they are satisfying our customers, will bring the overall reputation of the company to positive. Otherwise, it can bring negative outcomes too, which will become a challenge for the marketer in the near future. And once a company loses its brand image and the loyalty of the customer, it will be very difficult to regain it again. So a marketer should always be tactful. He should always be cautious while making any marketing decision. Either it is at the times of COVID-19, either it is time after COVID-19. So these were all about the best marketing practices which we discussed. Now I come to the conclusion part of this topic. So I can conclude here by saying that best practices are really relevant during these times of crisis. Marketer can take advantage from these practices by implementing them properly. As we discussed earlier, if they're implemented properly, they can be really important and they can be really important and they can be really relevant, useful future and in present too. There's a need to understand consumers' changing perception towards brands during these tough times of COVID-19. It is very important for a marketer to understand the consumer needs, perception. Marketer must be tactful and vigilant in taking any decision. He should always be cautious while taking any decision regarding any marketing practices he is going to perform on customers. They should serve, connect, and support their customers as well as employees. Not forgetting our employees, we should always focus on our employees as they are our internal customers. The marketer should always be ready to serve, connect, and support their customers as well as employees. Not only companies and marketers, it's a strange time for all of us. So we are all facing this strange time period of COVID-19. At this time period, despite earning profits, despite thinking about ourselves, we should think about society and the people who are suffering from this disease. It is really a strange time. So Let's fight together and spread well being, care, love, and support. So, I can conclude here by saying that at this time period, we all should be together for facing this serious disease, and we all should be fighting this together and spreading good wishes and good luck for all of us.
Okay, students, that was all about the presentation. And now we are open for question and answer session. तो जिसको भी कोई question है, you just let us know, and then I'll project your questions to the screen so that Priyanka ma'am or Chanjyot ma'am can answer those questions. Any questions or any suggestions you need to give, you are welcome. Over to Priyanka ma'am and Chanjyot ma'am. Ma'am please अपने की कहने हैं cameras on कर लो मैं थोड़ी screen पे project कर रहे हैं system
Once,
जी
एक second. Camera muted.
students कोई question है तो आप अभी पूछ सकते हो. We are here to answer your questions for the next 5 minutes. How was the presentation? चलो यही बता दो अगर आप लोगों ने questions कोई नहीं है तो give us some feedback हमें भी पता चले कि हम कैसा कर रहे हैं है ना. इतनी मेहनत के बाद सिर्फ एक थैंक यू.
For appreciating us.
मैम आप ही इनसे कुछ पूछ लो एक आधा क्वेश्चन. क्या कर रहे हैं ये आजकल, क्या प्रिकॉशंस ले रहे हैं, शायद कुछ बोल दें बिकॉज दे आर नॉट स्पीकिंग अगेन. मुझे तो वैसे भी जवाब नहीं देते. आप लोग खुद बोलोगे तो शायद कुछ बोले ये.
Informative presentation. Thanks to all our teachers who are doing so much efforts as well.
Thank you so much, Priti, for appreciating us.
आई थिंक देयर इज नो सच क्वेश्चन. सब कुछ क्लियर है या सब कुछ ऑल क्लियर है. अब ये तो इनको ही ज़्यादा पता है कि कैसा रहा. तो क्या होपिंग कि सब कुछ क्लियर ही होगा, ऑल क्लियर नहीं होगा. तो assuming that everything is clear. अच्छा ये
After,
शिवानी ने लिखा है मैम आप लोगों के लिए आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम मैम आपकी आवाज सुनने को मिली थैंक्स अ लॉट एंड आप कुछ बात करना चाहते हो तो
also
But
thanks
we
to
hope to
Commerce and
see,
Management Department.
let us pray that this coronavirus finishes off and we meet people soon.
Thank you, teachers, you're doing for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Diksha. Simran Sachdeva. मैम इस संडे हम इंटरनेशनल योगा डे सेलिब्रेट करेंगे मोदी जी के साथ.
Sure,
ओके.
do it at your place.
ओके, श्योर श्योर. So we can see here how many students are there.
More than 100, I suppose.
More than 100. Okay. Thanks to all teachers for giving us such a useful, and we miss our college. Oh, Virali saying it. Okay. Thanks to all teachers for giving us such a useful and informative lecture. Pallavi, we miss our college and teachers. We miss you too, Pallavi.
चलो सो मैं वाइंड अप कर देना थैंक यू टीचर्स एंड इट फॉर सच एन इन्फॉर्मेटिव ਸੈਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਆਈ ਹੋਪ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਐਂਡ ਜੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਿੰਕ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ ਫੀਡਬੈਕ ਵਾਲਾ प्लीज़ फिल दैट लिंक ਤੇ मेक श्योर कि जितने भी बाकी के लेक्चर्स हैं यू पीपल अटेंड ऑल दोज क्योंकि अब और तो कुछ है नहीं यही एक तरीका है जिससे हम आप लोगों से इंटरेक्ट कर सकते हैं राइट इसी चीज़ के मतलब वो क्लासरूम वाली फीलिंग लेनी पड़ेगी गॉड नोज कितनी देर और तो इसकी थोड़ी सी आदत डाल लो एंड वी विश यू गुड हेल्थ एंड ठीक है सो वी आर वाइंडिंग अप द सेशन थैंक यू ऑल थैंक यू टीचर्स
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the students for the presentation.